everybody, thank you for coming to Doolittle Exotics. My name is Aaron Page. Thank you for viewing our video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment if you have not already. We are here to take you on insane outdoor adventures, funny shenanigans, cool looking reptiles, and all the adventures in between. Thank you for stopping by, and we enjoy your presence. Participating, and who are you thanking? Doolittle Exotics, right?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Doolittle Exotic. Today we got something for our frog squad. New arrivals getting put into their groovy new home. Man, it's gonna be so righteous, dude. And I can't wait, dude. Bumblebee dart frogs, and we've been growing them from tadpoles, and these frogs are ready to go into their nice new home, and we can't wait to show you guys step by step on how we do that over here. Most of you guys have seen this a million times, man, but we got to create a luscious, cool penthouse. That's the first step for releasing your guys' dart frogs. Now, this has been going for like 3 weeks, and everything is absolutely growing. If you guys remember, that was a lot smaller. That didn't have as many ferns. This moss was a lot smaller, and so is this palm right here. This is a really, really cool setup that's been absolutely thriving, and I cannot wait to add these guys in here.
If you guys remember, we made this enclosure bioactive. I put a whole culture of dwarf white isopods in here, and they've been absolutely thriving. They've been bugging over here, they've been bugging over there. I cannot wait to get our dart frogs in here to eat these little guys. Check this out, man. So this is one of our ones that still has his tail. Look, he climbed out a little bit, but his gills aren't completely absorbed yet, so I know he still needs water. But look, he has his 2 front legs and his 2 back legs. Now what he's gonna do is absorb that tail and crawl out. Once I set this to a 45-degree angle like that, he'll end up crawling out just like the ones I'm gonna show you guys later in the video.
All right, you guys, tadpole care, because I did tadpole care. I had 5 out of 5 tadpoles, and they all made it. 5 out of 5, baby, they all made it. And I was super happy, super proud of myself. If you could ever get frogs from tadpoles, I really suggest you do. It's so much fun watching the metamorphosis happen and everything. Yes, it's a little bit more care, but you get to have them longer and experience a whole different animal. Tadpoles to frogs is 2 different things, I swear. So when it comes to the tadpoles, you're gonna want to change out their water at least once a week. That's what I did. Some people kind of fall off of that, and that's when tadpoles end up passing away. You want to change their water at least once a week. Also, add an Indian almond leaf with that water. That water's gonna you're gonna want some tannins. That's where that Indian almond leaf comes in. It releases tannins into the water that are really good for your tadpole. And then when you do that, you change the water, like I said, and you feed them those tadpole pellets. You'll watch them morph into this really cool frog, and it's super sick to watch. Once mine grew their back legs, I was super pumped to see their front arms start to develop inside the skin, which is what they do. Then they pop out one at a time. Super awesome. They pop out fully developed. They don't develop like the back legs do. The back legs will start off as little nubby nubs in the back of the tail. You'll see them. And then once they start to develop, they'll come in more and more, and then that's when you'll get the back legs first, then the front will pop out, then they'll absorb the tail, then they'll crawl out the water. Whole process taking about 3 months. Once that first front leg pops out, you guys, you're gonna want to turn that water sideways. Turn that cup at a 90-degree angle-ish, you know what I mean? 45, whatever you want to call it. I don't know right now. But you're gonna want to turn that cup, reduce the amount of water, and let them crawl out on their own. They're gonna absorb their gills, they're gonna lose their gills and crawl out of that water, and that's when they're ready to go into their tank.
So while they're going through their tadpole stages, you guys, which is gonna be about 2 to 3 months depending on how hot you have it, you're gonna want to feed them these little tadpole pellets. Now, Daniel is nice enough to write the dates and times that I should be feeding them. If they're young, 5 days, 4 through 4 weeks old, 1 pellet every 3 times a week. Older than 4 weeks old and up, 2 to 3 pellets, 1 to 3 times a week, which is really, really accurate. They did really, really good and grew really big off of this little schedule that he provided me. Also, you guys, super cool. I keep it 75 through 80 degrees inside the pet room as always, but it took these guys 3 months to morph in that degree. Now, if hotter or colder, it takes longer. If it's colder, it takes shorter if it's hotter. But these guys are very, very active as tadpoles, and also very active when they start becoming frogs. Once they become little frogs, they're going to be very skittish and they're going to hide a lot. So be expectant of that. But what you got to know is that these are really, really cool beginner frogs, and I wouldn't do it any other way.
Also, you guys, a little bit of Java moss can help. It helps oxygenate the water. So you're gonna have tannins being put in that water, and you're gonna have oxygen at the same time. That's really good for tadpoles. Once you have them born, if you are breeding, they're gonna be in a petri dish. And once they become actual tadpoles, you're gonna wanna separate them into different deli cups. tadpoles can become cannibalistic. That's the only thing that I can say. And I kept all of mine in different deli cups and they all survived, which is really, really cool because then they kind of get to see each one do its own thing. You know, they're not all gonna pop out the same. They're not all gonna do the same thing right away. It's really, really cool when you get multiple ones and you get to see them grow.
Really quick, you guys, we got crabs. Look, I don't know if I've showed you guys yet, but these are our 2 little crabs. And she's pregnant right now. Let me see if I could get a good little close-up on her. She has a bunch of babies down there. I don't want to disturb her too much, but she keeps them on the underside of her belly, and when she releases them, you can see all the little dots, all the little eggs roaming around the water. And then most of them get picked up by the filter because I don't really need a million crabs, but they are a lot of babies under there, you guys. So just my luck, you guys. You'll never believe it. So I have not used this mister for about 8 months. I've had it for 8 months. It's been fine. It's just been sitting. But guess what? So I decided to use it for our dart frog tank, figuring it'd be really, really cool, right? So I set everything up. I got all the tubes hooked up and everything, and I had it all set up. I let it run. You guys seen it in one of the last videos when we built the actual tank. It was running. We had a misting system going, right? And I had it hooked up to the top of this tank, right? And I don't know what's up with these hooks, but they didn't hold. And it fell and it broke the first week of me using it. So didn't use it for 8 months, used it for 1 week and it broke. Just my luck, had to order a new one. I got a new fancy app controlled one, but I thought I'd share you guys because out of all the places, it broke the one place where the tube goes in. This one still works if I wanted to. I'm gonna keep it because you could release this. I'll probably cover this up with some silicone or something, but you could release this one and it becomes its own little mister. I might put this in the monitor tank I'm thinking about, but it's gonna be really, really cool when I do put it in somewhere. But of course, just my luck. I used it the first week and it breaks on me. All right, everybody, we have baby viper gecko hatch. The other one sadly didn't make it, but this little guy made it, and this will make our 3rd baby out of our pairing. They all come out the same, but this is really, really awesome. Look at the size comparison. I've done it before. That's my thumb. That's so absolutely crazy.
All right, you guys, I thought I'd use Sunshine for this next part. She's such a sweet girl, and she's been wanting to get on camera lately, so I'm gonna let her get her little spotlight going on. But anyway, when it comes to bumblebee dart frogs, you guys, I'm gonna give you kind of a care guide as far as taking care of them. So they need to be 70 to 80% humidity. If you have an Exoterra, I suggest blocking off that top screen. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Still give them somewhere to breathe and stuff, but definitely block off that top screen. I miss them 3 times a day because in California it gets a little hot over here, especially during the summer. I miss them 3 times a day on a misting system, so they have that going for them. Temperature 75 through 80 degrees in the daytime, and then at nighttime they can get 65 or 70. I would not let them drop crazily. A huge temperature drop for bumblebee dart frogs can be lethal. It's bad, you know what I mean? You wouldn't want your you wouldn't want to be woo-hoo-hoo, look at her go. you wouldn't want to be left out in the cold, so don't leave out your bumblebee dart frogs. And also when it comes to feeding, you guys, they're insectivores just like most frogs, and I feed pinhead crickets, fruit flies tend to work good. I just got, hold up, here you go, Sunshine. I just got Josh's frogs fruit flies, and they were doing a really cool deal at the show, you guys. Buy one, get one free. I usually don't see that for feeders, so I bought 2. I have 2 cultures going right now, and it's good to keep 2 cultures going, especially for 5 frogs I'm gonna be doing. So it's fun to have 2 cultures going, you know, at least you know you have backups. And when it comes to housing for the dart frogs, when they're babies, I'm putting 5 in a 12 by 12 by 12. They're really small as babies. Now, once these get to become sub-adults or juvenile or above juveniles, I am gonna move them into a bigger tank. I was reading 5 gallons for every 1 dart frog, which I think might be a really good thing, you know? 5 gallons to each one, that gives you 2 in a 10 gallon, 4 in a 20, that's not that many, you know what I mean? So you really need to think about giving them enough space to climb around. What are you doing, Sunshine? You're just running everywhere today, aren't you? Come here. This one's for you, Mesopods. So he wanted more isopod content, and I told him I would give it to him. So what I want to know is, what is this stuff? It looks kind of like a fungus or a mold.
But the isopods absolutely love it, man. They absolutely go crazy. Look, they're all up on the side right here. I think it's absolutely crazy how much they love this stuff. This is my dairy cow bin. So check this out, you guys. Bam! Look at all those babies. I just think it's absolutely crazy that they're going nuts for this stuff on the side. So much for your spotlight time. All right, you guys. So like I said, 4 and a 20. I mean, 36 by 36, 18 by 36 should be good for 5. That's what I plan to do. I plan to do an 18 by 36, you know, really big, super cool bioactive enclosure, man. That's the future. But right now we do have our 12 by 12. It looks super sick. It is definitely a mansion for 5 of them. And you are the cutest little thing ever, aren't you? I love our yellow bomber project coming up. We're gonna use her, Sunshine, and we're gonna use Pharrell, our other yellow. And I can't wait to do a video on that. That's gonna be its own little video in itself. But check out that little face. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I got this from Flawless Crested Geckos. Shout out Will and Audra. I always got to shout them out anytime I get a chance. You have to shout out Flawless Crested Geckos. They're so cool. So I got her from them. Now, dart frogs. Let's get back to the dart frogs. Oh my goodness, you guys. Tonight's the night we had our first 2 frogs climb out. Check him out. Look at his little tail in the back. He's so freaking cool. So this is how you know that they absorb their gills. They're going to crawl out like this. You see how I have the cups tilted to the side? This is so freaking cool. I'm so excited. Check out this other little guy. Wow. So look, when they climb out, this is how you know, man. They're ready to go in their enclosure. I have 2 cups full of sphagnum moss, wet sphagnum moss right here. Got it all nice and moist for them. So I'm gonna put the frogs in there and I'm gonna let them kind of have their first meal in here. I'm gonna put some flightless fruit flies in here and hopefully they eat them. But other than that, they're gonna be in here and I'm gonna let them acclimate to their new environment. Now, when I say acclimate, I'm gonna let them get used to their new environment without me just shoving them in there right away. So actually, let me go and get some gloves because we're handling frogs. Frogs inject toxins through their skin. So you don't want your dirty little fingers on their skin because it hurts them. So just give me 1 second to go get some gloves. Back in black! All right, actually it's blue, you guys. So check this out. I'm gonna put our frogs in, look at this. Check that out, super duper cool, right? I mean, my goodness, this is what you get when you give patience and good care. So we're just gonna kind of coax him out. Hopefully we get no problems from this little guy, which I don't think we are. Oh. Come on, little guy. There he goes. Perfect. So that's 1. Now here's our 2nd. He's already ready to come out himself. Check this out. I'm just gonna kind of, there you go. So we got our frogs in here. They actually look really cool on that sphagnum moss. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab the fruit fly culture. And with these fruit fly cultures, I'm just gonna tap a few in there. Tap a few in there. Oh no, you don't want that in there. Let's tap a few in there. And hopefully they eat these. Check it out. We've been letting them acclimate like this for a couple hours. Yes, I kept the lids on, but I just kind of wanted them to get a feel for what it was like with the light on and everything. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take probably this one first. Let me take this one out. Let's do them one at a time. I'm gonna take this one. And I'm just gonna take the lid off and kind of just place them like this. Let's see. He'll crawl out really quick for us. There we go. There he goes. Woohoo! He's a little jumper, that one. So I'm gonna let these fruit flies crawl out of here too. Now, let's take our next one, you guys, and get him in here. This is so freaking awesome. I'm so happy that these guys have made it all the way through.
I've been waiting for this day for 3 months now, man. So you guys gotta really feel the excitement, man, that's coming out of Doolittle's over here. Look at little guy. Check him out. He's gonna take that little leap right now. It's right there. So let's let him take a little leap off the side. Bam! Right onto the thing. Look how beautiful these look, you guys. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Check him out. Super cool. Super awesome. Freaking terrarium, you guys. Here we go, you guys. We already got 2 in there right now, but I have a 3rd one to release now. Like I said, we have 5 in total, but check this out. Another little baby ready to go. Let's just put him right up in here. There he goes. Check it out. The pop of color in this, you guys, is absolutely insane. I cannot believe that we have something like this. Super duper cool. Thank you so much, you guys, for helping me put my Venezuelan frogs into their tanks. Super fun. I know it's crazy, right? We got Venezuelan frogs in America. I want to go around and I want to do kind of like a tour of the world of where all our animals are from. I think it's going to be a really cool video because we got a large variety around here. It's crazy. A lot of species. We got a subspecies of every different type of country, and they're all from different places. I cannot wait to show you guys. Other than that, man, we got the cookie jar build coming next week. It's going to be super, super cool for our Montenegro isopods. Super duper excited to show you guys this one. It turned out really, really well. So next week, just stay tuned. And again, like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't. Doolittle out, baby.